Hi, I'm Annika Johnson from Al Johnson's in Sister Bay. I hope you enjoy my new video series called Door County Girl. These are stories of my life, the people and places that I love, and of course how we all survive here in northern Wisconsin. You can come back as often as you like, but don't forget to subscribe to Al's YouTube channel. I'll be posting lots of really cool new videos. So let's go. Welcome to another episode of Door County Girl, and I am Annika, and I'm back with my brother
Rolf.
And Rolf is wearing a special hat today. Anyone know what that flag is? Everybody thinks they know the Scandinavian flags until they come in. That is a Danish flag, because today Rolf and I are going to be making Ebelskivers.
And you know the reason we're making these? We've got a YouTube fan out there that says that she wants to see us make some Ebelskivers. And I'm not a good Ebelskiver maker, but I'll give it a shot.
Mary and Dick.
No, Mary and Rick.
Mary and Rick Didamore.
I believe that's how you say their last name.
Yep.
So this goes out to them. We're going to give it a shot.
Hi, Mary. Hi, Rick.
Thanks for the suggestion.
Yep.
And I practiced yesterday. But I'm not that proficient at it, but we're going to give it a shot.
And I've never made them before, but I will definitely do my best.
And so anyhow, what we did is we sell this book in our gift shop. It's got some great recipes in there. We're taking a very, very basic recipe from there. We'll also print that online, so we get a chance to get that.
And we also sell Ebelskiver pans.
But let me tell you about this Ebelskiver pan.
Yeah, Rolf's got a special one.
I bought this at a yard sale, and it was complete rust. And it got worse because I threw it in the back of my truck.
Oh, no.
Well, I had a cover on it, but it just sat there.
And I think I saw it back there
Yeah,
once.
well, it was for wintertime, right? But anyhow, I had this back there, and then pulled it out one day, and it was shortly after a kid had mentioned that, hey, can you make some Ebelskivers? And I said, I can try. I got a pan, actually. And then I brought it in the office, and Bryn saw it, said, oh, my God. And I said, I know, it's pretty offensive looking. She goes, no, I love refinishing these things. I go, really?
Oh, she can clean anything.
Yes, she goes, you mind? I said, no, take it. So she took it, refinished it, and this will be my second time using it. So she cleaned it up. It made it look brand new. She oiled it. Hopefully it's got some good non-stick factor.
And it weighs like 1,000 pounds.
Yeah, watch out, it's a little warm.
It is really warm, yeah.
But and I'm cooking on an electric grill, so it might have a little hot spots to it. We're not sure yet. I'm used to using a gas. But anyway, let's get on with this. The first time I ever had Ebelskivers was when I was in 5th grade. I was at my good friend Rick Patsky's house.
That was 1 cup of flour.
Oh, we'll have these recipes online. As some sugar, some baking powder, and some cardamom.
My favorite smell, cardamom. I see they even have a cardamom man bar of soap over at school right now. Maybe we should get some.
So anyway, we're gonna mix these. Oh, I can really smell it now too.
I can smell it too.
All right. So what I want you to do now is take those 2 eggs, crack them in that bowl with your impeccably clean hands. Yes. Pull the yolks out and separate them, but leave the whites in the big bowl.
Gotcha.
I was gonna say the first time I ever had these, I was in 5th grade. And I thought the word was funny, Ebelskiver. And Doreen Patsky, who was the mother of my good friend Rick Patsky, made them. They were fantastic, but I forgot all about them. And then around in the early 80s, I went to Solvang, California. And I was with my good friend Patrick Murray. And we went up there because a gentleman had the deed to the house or the apartment we wanted to rent. Said he'd rent it to us, but we had to come up there and sign the paperwork. And we saw Solvang, and they kept bragging about Ebelskivers, and I was like, oh, I forgot all about those things. So we went to try them out.
And Solvang's very, is it Dutch community, right? Or is it Swedish, Scandinavian?
It's Danish. It's a Danish community.
Danish community.
Yeah, so don't confuse the Dutch and the Danes. They don't like that.
I know. Annika's going to get down on me.
Yeah, so anyhow, they got tulips everywhere too, though, so it could be a little confusing.
Well, you know what's interesting, right next door to Solvang is Lompoc.
Oh,
In
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Lompoc, if you look at the back of the flower seed packages, it'll say Lompoc, California, Lompoc.
Right.
And they grow fields and fields and fields of flowers just to put in the packets of the flower seed packets.
Oh, I didn't know
So every
that.
now and then you should look on the back of your flower packet, and then you'll know where that is. It's very small, like Sturgeon Bay size, Lompoc. I had an old boyfriend from Lompoc.
That was
Fernando.
Fernando, I remember him.
Yeah.
All right, so what we're going to do next is we're going to add the egg yolks and the milk to here. We're going to mix this up real well. And while I'm mixing that up, what you're going to do is you're going to take that beater.
Okay.
And you're going to
Beat that up.
get these into the nice stiff peaks.
I can do that. Ooh, this is a more complex recipe than I'm used to.
Well, yeah, it's still pretty darn simple.
Yeah, but there's a lot of, you and I are new at this, so we're like, uh-oh.
Well, I watched him do it, and I thought, geez, how tough can that be? Well, guess what?
It might be tougher than you think. Yes, yes. It's surprising how fast these beat up, these egg whites. I always think it's odd to me that you can turn a clear liquid into this frothy thing. Isn't this how you make meringue?
It is.
I used to add sugar and tartar.
Chamtorts.
Oh yeah, Chamtorts. We should make a Chamtort one day.
We'll have to bring Johnny O here.
Oh yeah,
You know
he'll be our guest.
You know how camera shy that guy is.
No.
He's camera shy.
Well, we might have to bring him in. He can wear his elf costume and be incognito.
Yeah. Put a little glug in him, maybe he'll come out.
Yeah. So I am whipping these up because Rolf said I have to have stiff peaks on here. And I think they're looking good.
And speaking of solvang before, there's a solvang fudge. There's a candy store there that sells fudge and solvang. And the gentleman used to come into Al's quite a bit.
I think they still come. They
I
sit
haven't
at
seen
the
him
counter.
for a while, but I know Freddie usually.
His name is Norm.
Yeah, but they also sell a lot of our product there. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
So you can get a lot of the Al Johnson product there as well. So they're known for their Ebelskivers and solvang fudge.
So does everybody make Ebelskivers?
You know, it's kind of weird. I thought just about every little restaurant seemed to have their own portion or a little Ebelskiver stand when I was there.
Did they all taste the same or do they taste different?
I think they all got their own little tweak on them, but some are filled, some aren't. You know, I went to a Mexican restaurant not far from there, and they sold sopapillas, which I thought was...
I like sopapillas.
I thought it was much like an Ebelskiver, but then when I tried to explain it to the Hispanic guys that I work with, they said they've never heard of it before. So,
really?
Yeah. But I could be saying it incorrectly. Maybe they call it something else.
No, it's not sopapilla.
Yeah, it's sopapilla. Maybe, no.
How long does it take to do these peaks?
Well, you want to get them fairly stiff, but you don't want them to go so far where it starts turning into nodules.
Yeah.
Kind of lift the batter up a little bit. See what, mix a little more.
A little more. Well, tell us another story, Rolf. What happened with you and Pat Steves there? Anything exciting? You guys always seem to have some kind of adventure.
Well, I remember, let's see, was it Patrick Murray and I, when we went to Solvang, we had to meet with our landlord, who we did not know. His name was, I remember his name, it was Mr. Congdon. Congdon, I believe it was, Congdon. And I think their family still lives there. He was a nice fellow. But he had a stack of resumes for that apartment that we wanted to rent. It was probably at least 20-some deep. But the fact that we came
and you guys just walked in?
Well, we went up to his house, we met with him, and I think he liked the fact that we were from Wisconsin.
Oh yeah, that helps. And a lot of places that helps. I wonder, we Midwesterners are pretty trustworthy and pretty hardworking. Florida loves it when you say you're from Wisconsin and you try to get a job down there.
You usually go to the top of the pile.
Yeah, I went down to my, Lars and Jill, my brother.
Put that on high real quick.
Went down to Florida and they went to Fort Myers and they were eating at the Fort Myers Grill.
Right.
And there's George and Yusuf,
Oh,
waiters.
really?
Yeah, they waited on him.
I think you're good there.
Is that good?
I think so.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Okay. Don't blame me if they flop. Okay, that does look good. Let me get my.
Clean it off.
Yep.
Through
We're not going to
centrifugal
fight over
force.
these beaters.
No, you can lick those.
We used to fight over beaters. I think you know that by now.
So what we're going to do here is we're just going to add a little bit of the egg whites and stir those in. We're not folding these in yet. We're just going to stir these in.
It looks like just a regular buttermilk pancake recipe.
Well, most of the Ebelskiver recipes I found actually called for buttermilk, but I found a simple one that called for regular milk. Not that we don't have buttermilk, but I just want to make sure if you're going to try it, everybody has access to their ingredients.
Do most people use cardamom?
Most
Or
of
is
the
this
recipes,
just the one you have?
most of the recipes I saw didn't have cardamom on them,
Okay.
and I thought, I know you like cardamom. I
love
like cardamom.
Is there any other spice that people tend to use before?
Well, they have vanilla in
Cinnamon.
one, cinnamon in some. Some have whole grain in them. I mean, there's some crazy recipes out there. We got another book. I think it's got over 150 different Ebelskiver recipes.
Yeah. We sell, you know what's funny? We sell a lot of the Ebelskiver books, and for a while there it was back ordered and I couldn't get it in, and people kept coming in asking what happened to the Ebelskiver books.
Okay, so remember when we got to fold this in. So you don't want to mix this. You just want to kind of push it down.
Okay.
And you're trying to incorporate air,
Right.
but you're trying to get rid of all the white streaks also. So this is going to be kind of tricky, actually.
Yeah, it is tricky. And Mary, you know what? Rolf's all nervous about
Yeah,
him not
you know.
making a good Ebelskiver for you. And
Well,
you talked about maybe putting some jam in one. And
yeah, I'm going to give it a shot.
we're going to try it, but we can't say that it's going to turn out
But
good.
that's
But you know what's funny about food? It might not look good, but it
It's gonna
always will
taste good.
taste good.
So I think this is actually kind of fun. Okay, I think we got it nice and.
You know who
there's
would
a
probably
white
be
spot.
good at this? Your son Jesper, because he
Yeah.
makes a mean apple fritter.
Oh yeah, he does.
He's got that one down to a science. We just had some for Christmas. They were delicious. Those were his best yet.
Okay, I think we're about where we want to be. And now,
That looks fluffy.
here comes the tricky part.
Oh boy.
So, now, many Danes might go, oh my God, he's using spray and not butter. Yeah, I'm a little touch and go on this one because I don't know this pan that well. And I don't want to burn the butter. So we're going to just try some oil. It's a little more forgiving.
I mean, we have butter here
We're
in
gonna-
case something happens.
We're going to try the butter on the Ebelskiver.
And it's not that Rolf and I don't like butter. We love butter. We just don't want to burn these.
So I'm just going to put about a quarter full.
And we want to be able to flip them.
And the reason I'm doing that is because we're going to put a little dollop of jam in there, and we're going to see if we can do one filled.
They're
Let's do
almost like little donuts.
that. Well, I think that's what the idea was.
Little oven donut, little pan donuts.
You know what? Let's do. We'll do this. We're going to do 3 with jam in them. And
No, I think you have to have something to push down the center to make sure the jam doesn't like.
no, we're going to do half full here. So we're going to. Maybe I put too much in those. Let's just do a quarter full, like that one, and that one.
Okay.
Okay, now we're gonna try put a little jam in these.
But don't you have to make like a little
No.
little pocket for
I
them?
just think if you to put it right on the top.
Really? Humor me. Just try to put one in this little pocket.
I think you want them. Well, we can try. Let's see.
Okay, I'm not going to use that.
Use that little.
I'm going to go just down a little bit with that one.
I don't think that's
Oh
gonna.
no, you know what? That
Yeah.
was a bad idea. You would go do that.
Well, we'll see if we can fix this one.
It looks good.
All right.
And Rolf and I love jam, and we like our Swedish Al Johnson raspberry jam, and we sell it online or in the boutique, but we just love it. It tastes just like a real raspberry.
So I'm gonna top these now, and hopefully this works out. And the idea is hopefully to get that pan at the right temperature so we're not burning. That's what I was afraid of if I used
Before
the
you
butter.
flip them, you mean?
Yeah, I could have put more in these. I didn't do jelly in these or jam. That was, I think I told
It's
that.
kind of like when you make Swedish pancakes on a griddle. You never want them to be wet when you flip them.
I told that joke once before. Remember Grandpa
What's that?
when he came from Sweden? Oh, for many, many years it took me a long time to learn how to say jelly. That's jelly, jelly. And then they changed the whole word to yam. So, Anyhow, so let's see. I think we can go a little higher in temperature.
I have a little trivia for you.
What's the trivia?
We were discussing how Rolf was going to flip these. And as he was showing his little demonstration of how he's going to flip them, he said he does a little push me, pull me. What's the push me, pull me from?
Push me, pull me. I don't know. What's it from?
Oh my God, he was the knower.
Yo, hell.
Push me, pull me. They're very rare. They're alive.
You got me.
Dr. Doolittle. They were looking for the push me, pull me.
Yes.
And it was a llama sort of thing with a head
With
on
Richard
both
Harris,
sides.
sure.
Push me, pull me.
Yep.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that.
See, that's why I'm here, just to remind you.
Okay, here's going to be the tester. Are they going to stick
I
or are
don't
they
think
going to?
that they're ready.
Oh, wait a minute.
Ooh, that
Let's
one's
test
ready.
this one. So they say do a half turn because you want to brown it on all sides.
Oh.
That's what they say.
Well, if they tend to get a little brown, would you end up turning down the heat a little bit so they don't really
Yeah,
burn?
you'd want to slow it down. So,
Because I think it takes a little practice to
so look
flip
at-
them.
I think I'm going to turn it down because I'm going kind of slow.
I noticed that when you're making Swedish pancakes, at least when I make them, when I go on my little pancake demos at the grocery stores, this is pre-COVID, the griddle is an electric griddle that you plug in, and it only was hot in certain spots and always cold in one spot. So you always knew that the one over here would be done way before the other one, so you had to hurry up and get those flipped and leave the other ones on extra.
Okay, just for the heck of it, I'm going to flip this one all the way over because it's got jam in it. I'm going to try anyway. Let's see. Maybe I spoke too soon.
I'm glad you're doing that, not me. Ooh, that one looks perfect.
So then I think then you're supposed to finish them by flipping them the rest of the way after they browned a little bit.
Maybe you need to, like when you make your Swedish pancakes, you know how you wipe off the stick?
Oh, maybe a little bucket of water here.
Because here you can use this little, you can just go like you do.
Right,
Rolf
right.
always has a nice towel and they always take their spatula and they wipe it before they cut it or flip it.
Well, actually, I think what would help even better if I had like a little cup of water to dip them in, maybe. But
Want a little cup of water?
yeah, let's try that for the next one anyway.
See, this is something we're learning. This is kind of interesting.
So these aren't that pretty right now, but bear with me, Rick and Mary.
Yeah, Mary, you might be needing to come and show
Yeah,
us
you're
how
gonna
you
go,
make
oh
'em."
my God, why did I even ask that guy?
She's probably cracking up by now.
Actually, they don't look too bad.
I think they look tasty.
They look all right. You know what we forgot though?
What did we forget?
Powdered sugar. So
I'm sure there's some in the pantry. I will check. Powdered sugar. Oh, we're in luck. We have some powdered sugar here, Rolf. Because we need something to sweeten them up a little.
well, I think that yeah, they does have a little sugar in it, and the jam should give it some sweetness.
You just put a
obviously.
little on the top when they're done, right? You
Well,
don't roll
no.
them in them.
I think we could put them on that plate and sprinkle them.
Just put a little on there.
Well, or take your fingers and we'll dust them when they get out of there.
I'll go like that.
I'm not sure how long that takes before
We're
we
going to
catch the
invent a
middle.
way to do this.
I'm sure there's some real Danes out there going, what the heck is that guy doing?
Because we're Swedish. We Swedes have no business making Danish Ebelskivers. We're professional Swedish pancake makers.
Well, I say they compare these to be crossing a
We're not
donut
trying. Yeah, we're not
and a
trying to take your
pancake.
place. We're just trying to develop your culture a little more, where people want to try it.
So I guess I could just, well, stab it, I guess, and
Oh yeah, look at that.
roll it around in
And I'm
there.
not going to make that mistake where I want to grab that thing and pop it in my mouth.
No, don't do that.
Then you're going to get the pizza mouth going on.
But I'm hoping that the middle's done too because they're quite thick. That one's got jelly in it.
I think that one needs to stay in a little bit longer because that was a really doughy one. Although I kind of like doughy ones. Don't you like doughy ones?
I do, but you know what I'm looking forward to actually is trying some butter on these.
Butter?
Oh, and you know what else would be good?
Syrup.
Maple syrup.
Yeah, our Al Johnson makes
syrup.
pure maple syrup, or I like our regular maple syrup.
That one is kind of an ugly one.
Yeah, they're not real greasy, so you have to kind of roll them around in this powdered sugar. And
Oh, you know, that just gave me another idea. Maybe that would be a good idea for melted butter.
Ooh,
Put them
that's
on
when
a little
we should,
melted butter on them, and then
yeah,
roll them in the
roll
flour.
'em. So you might want to
the
dip them in
powdered
butter
sugar.
and then drop them in here. The Danes are hating us right now.
Unless they, well, no, maybe we just took us longer to catch on. And
Now, are they
so we
always
do it.
this little when you had them in Solvang?
You know, I don't remember.
Or were they big?
I think they're about this
Look
size.
at these perfect ones.
Oh,
What's
come
happening
on.
there? They must have some kind of form, I'm thinking.
Wait a minute.
Cheaters, they're cheaters.
That's not too bad. I mean, that's enlarged and stuff.
I think they're cheating.
But, all right. So let's try one.
I'm going to try a little one so I don't burn my mouth off.
I want to try the one with the jelly in it. Has that got jelly in it?
No. So I'll give you half of one.
All right. They're good. Very good.
I like them.
And they don't burn your mouth. They're light and fluffy. They're,
They're
done
really
all the way
fluffy.
through.
They're almost like a,
Like a sopapilla.
no, what am I thinking of? They make eggs and they're like they raise,
Like a souffle?
not a souffle, but like, it's like a, I don't even know what I'm thinking of. It's some kind of a, not a biscuit. A popover.
Oh.
Yeah, a popover.
No, they're kind of like those things
It
that...
tastes like a
Here,
popover.
rip that one in half. It's got jelly in the middle.
All right. This doesn't have jelly.
No, it's
it
got
has
yam.
Jelly in it.
And it's got yam in the middle.
Yam. Raspberry yam. Oh yeah, here we go, Mary. We got a little pocket full of goodness.
It worked out.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the trick was doing half full and just a little glop of whatever.
Really good. But I know how much
Oh my
I love
gosh.
raspberry.
It was good.
Isn't it good?
You know what it reminds me of also? Maybe you didn't take... Oh, you must have had home ec with Mrs. Hickey.
Mrs. Hickey.
She made... My first thing I've ever baked in my life in that class was a surprise muffins. Did you guys bake those?
No.
I took a muffin tin, took a muffin mix, and put half full in there, and then you drop just a dollop of jelly or jam in there, or whatever. Actually, we took a little piece of
I'm
apple
trading
pie
places with you. Keep talking.
from
I wanna
apple
make
pie
one.
filling.
Can I make one?
Yeah, but let's skip that one because I got jelly in it. But let's spray these first, though.
Do we have to wipe them out like we do the pancakes?
Oh, you probably should.
Okay. Well, we can use...
Now, let me grab that. What did I just do with that last towel? Well, we didn't use these yet.
Nope, let's use that. I might have to turn this down. Is this down a little bit now? All right.
So just,
Yeah, so in the restaurant when we make pancakes, we always wipe out the crumbs and everything because that might tend to burn them or stick a little.
it'll cause them to stick.
Cause it to stick a little bit?
But I think right now, if you just hit that with some spray, and avoid this one because we got a little jelly in that one.
Okay.
And now, and
Okay.
put in less than you think.
Less than I think. Okay.
And if you spill on the side, so what? See, that's more than I thought you would have put in.
A little less than that even?
Yeah, especially we're going to try some more jelly on top.
Oh, okay. Like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But going back to those surprise muffins, there's a muffin tin with just a little dollop in the middle, and then when you bit into it, of course, it was a surprise.
What did you put in there for a surprise?
We used, I thought we used apple pie filling on one of them. You know, those like the cans of it, you can open it up and you just take the chunks of apples out.
Yeah.
And then we used jelly in some, and I think we used blackberry preserves or something. But every time I see her, I remind her of that too.
I don't really listen very good, so I'm putting some in there.
That's going to be futile. Absolutely futile.
I think that'll end up being the best one,
It's
maybe.
not.
You just don't know.
No.
We'll see.
I know sugar sticks.
I just like to get them all uptight.
Oh, you got to cover these again, you know.
What's that?
You got to put more stuff on them.
Oh, that's right. I was just getting this jam off of there, this Yeti. All right.
Don't want to push you, just want to lay
I like to
them.
fold them on top,
There you go.
or what do you call it? Yeah, like we're sealing the envelope, right?
Yep. Perfect. It'll fall into place.
Boy, maybe we should get a little food truck and make these.
Yeah, we'd be up
front
to
of
a
Al
lot. We'd have to
Johnson's.
go a lot faster than this.
I could get pretty quick at this. I think I could get lightning fast. You'd have to have a couple of these going. You know, one time I went to Washington D.C. and they were making crepes, and they had like there was a line a mile long to get one of their crepes. They're like dessert crepes, and he had one going, and it was on a swivel. And then he would swivel, swivel, swivel it. And by the time those were cooking, he'd have another one and he'd put on there his swivel, swivel, swivel. And he'd have like 4 going. And then by the time he had all this one set up, this one was ready, he would roll it up with the stuff you ordered throw it on a plate. Then he'd come to the next one and he'd put more stuff on that. He was so fast.
You ever watch, you want to kill some time sometime, go on YouTube and watch like the Korean street food vendors and stuff like that. Those guys.
Oh, you showed me that
Yeah,
once.
they're crazy.
Okay, where did I start? Right here?
I think so.
Okay.
So you want to kind of push down and pull on up one.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I don't think it's cooked enough. I think you have to turn it up a little.
We'll bring it up just a tad.
Because it's doughy under there.
Let it go then. Let it go for a while yet.
But the Korean street vendors go really fast.
Oh yeah, and they make this egg sandwich, but they soak the bread in there and they put the egg in. It's something like a what do you call that? Bird in a nest.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they just make a ton of those, and little guys go by in their mopeds and they just hand them out there beep, 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 as they drive by and they're eating them.
That's funny. A little bird in a nest.
I think you should give it another try now.
Okay, I think I'm going to try this one because there's
Try to work your way around it first.
So just kind of loosen it up a little.
Right.
Oh, you might be right about this one.
That one's trouble.
Trouble.
With a capital
I was just thinking
T,
of,
and that rhymes with P, and that stands
I was just
for
thinking
pool.
of when I was taking a walk the other day. I was walking through the Sequest
their dog
orchard,
trouble.
and they had a dog named Trouble, and then they had a dog named Easy. They were.
I would flip one of these all the way over.
Okay.
Just to try it out. Let's see if it makes a difference.
Boop. Uh-oh.
Let it go right there. We can always adjust it later.
Okay. They aren't as easy as you think to pop over.
Oh, nice one. Get it loose. Right there.
Actually, they don't really want to flip. They just want to like go on their own halfway, you know, like it's.
See that center one I think is a little darker because on this electric stovetop.
And try to flip this one. Boop.
But sometimes I watch those guys and they do like a quarter turn and that's it. So I think their idea is to let the batter kind of roll out of it.
Look at me go, Rolf. I'm making a mess on this one.
See, Mary and Rick, they probably thought, oh, they're probably pros at it. And
Mary's probably are
no,
completely
we're not.
flipped over.
Or
beautifully.
she's saying, look, I'm not even as bad as those
Mary
guys.
probably wrote that book for Pete's sake.
Yeah, she's like, oh.
She's just going to make fun of us on camera.
Nom de plume name on there, somebody else's. Eh?
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, this one I think I'm going to have to move around a little bit though, right? Because it's.
Well, I think that sugar is going to burn on that one.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll just move it around. I'll eat it. Don't mind. There we go.
Finish these off. Finish
And
flipping
then
them.
flip them a little more.
Yeah, I'm going to eat one of these while we're sitting here.
Oh boy. There, look at that. That's perfect. Looks like a little mushroom. Don't they look like little mushrooms?
They're kind of like those French things too.
What are they called?
Beignets.
Beignets. Baguette, beignets. Is that a French donut? A beignet?
A beignet, that's what it is.
Beignet. Oh, Rolf, I got a Jolene hair right there. Get it off.
Oh boy. That's Annika's dog.
She's my little turkey chaser. There we go.
Well, that one's not too bad.
Yeah, look at that. Mine are a little more puffy than yours.
Ours aren't going to, neither one of them are going to make the cover
Okay, so
of a book.
let's try a little butter to dip them in one.
Okay.
Here, let's put a little butter on one and then we'll throw it on there. And
All right, let me grab a knife.
something to throw a little butter. Because I don't really think they should stay in here too long. Now they're easy to move around.
Well, now there's nothing left to stick.
A little. Ooh, more butter, more better. Okay. Look at that.
Oh, that one's getting too done. Throw it in the powdered sugar.
Okay. Wow. That one's a little mushroom. Look how round they are. Mine look a little more round.
I think we
than
got to turn
yours.
this down.
Maybe the batter is settling in. You know what I mean?
Well, I know they want to use it fast, I think, because those you need to have that fluff of the egg white.
But I feel like they're fluffier now. Look at it. Maybe it's just because I'm so good at it.
Maybe you're just that much better.
Just poke a hole in it and just grab it. Ooh,
Roll that one over once. Get all the
at
butter so it
that
soaks right in
one.
there. Ooh, it's a yummy one too. Your jelly one.
Look at that.
Okay, throw that in the powdered sugar.
That's the butter baby.
Roll that one around.
Look at this poor little guy. Aw. Maybe he needs a little.
He's going to get eaten.
Yeah, he's going to get eaten anyway. Too bad.
We're going to try a little powdered sugar on the top of these.
Get rid of that stuff in there. It does help to have clean chopsticks. We're using chopsticks, people.
Some people use knitting needles, and some people actually have these things that I think are called Ebelskivers, spears or something.
Yeah. Where'd the butter baby go?
That's that big one right here.
That's too hot right now.
I don't think they
We're
are.
going to eat the little rotten one here.
Very good, regardless of the way they look. Now, it's obvious that we're beginners, and I think if you made them a couple times, I think you're just going to get better and better and better at it. And
I think you have to get used to it. And I've seen people use a fork.
I tried to use a fork yesterday, and I just mangled it. I thought that would be the ticket.
Well, my big comment on these are, we added cardamom into the batter, and I love cardamom, but when you put the jelly in them, you can't really taste the cardamom
Maybe if
anymore.
you double the cardamom.
Yeah.
Well, but how about the plain ones? Did you try?
That's what I mean, the plain one.
You taste it?
I can taste the cardamom in, but I feel like the jelly might drown out the cardamom if you use.
So if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, so if you don't want them to taste like cardamom and you just want the jelly effect, I'd
But
say
this would be very, very good with the two different sugars that we have too.
Or they could do some vanilla. Like the delicious vanilla.
Well, I can't say we're pros at it. I don't know if you learned anything at all, Mary.
Yeah,
I
Mary.
hope so.
Maybe you can come and give us
But
some
maybe you'll just
lessons.
find delight in the fact that we gave it a shot in general.
Yeah, we're good sports. We'll try anything. If you
And-
guys have any good ideas out there of Swedish recipes, you can throw it at us
Yeah.
and maybe we'll try it. We like to taste things.
But you know what? Maybe you should invite Doreen Patsky over here. That's the first person I ever saw make them. So.
Really? She's probably a professional.
Yeah. So anyhow, well, I think that's it for this episode of Door County Girl.
Yeah.
Don't forget to
Like and subscribe in the corner. And thank you for coming and seeing our beginning of the Danish Ebelskiver.
Yes, obviously we can do it, so anybody can do it. We made a mess,
But
but
they're
it's
good.
not
They're
that
delicious.
hard.
They're delicious.
And
if they're ugly, that's okay. They still taste good.
let's try this one. That's the one with
Rolf
the
and
butter
I
on
aren't
it.
fussy about donuts, are we, Rolf?
This is the one that had the butter on
Ooh,
it.
the butter.
Butter baby.
Butter baby. That's
That's very good.
really good. Maybe you should put a little butter on them.
That's what they call for. I think the true Danes are going to say you need to put butter in those dishes. I was just worried about burning them, but
Maybe if it's not up too high and you put butter in them, then it would soak up the butter a little bit.
you know what? Maybe we can learn from Rick and Mary if they kind of give us what's worked for them so far.
Yeah, so tell us a
Yeah,
little.
if you do give us some feedback, let us know, all right?
What are we doing wrong, Mary?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
well,
anyhow.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, and hey-do, and
Hey-do.
happy Ebelskivers.
And I think Rolf and I might stick to Swedish pancakes.
Now I'm going to perfect this one
Don't
day.
be scared, people
I'm
who
gonna
have an
perfect it.
Ebelskiver. Yeah, I like the butter one. Yeah. That was good. They're almost like a fika thing.
Oh, be a fantastic fika
Good
item.
for fika.
Thanks for watching Door County Girl. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you next time.